because of that. Everybody eating round here. I just wanna make this clear. Get it, baby, this is my year. I'm solid as a rock and I don't quit. And y'all should be happy I'm here. I'm the queen, so I know you probably. I just wanna make this clear. The world is mine, it's my year. I'm solid as they come, and because of that, everybody eating round here. I just wanna make this clear. Get it, baby, this is my year. I'm solid as a rock and I don't quit. And y'all should be happy I'm here. I'm the queen, so I know you probably heard about me. You ain't never even seen me, but you thought about me. I be stunning on these suckers like a Kawasaki. So 100 in this game, can't nobody stop me. Y'all be bouncing in and off the shits like it was double dutch. Looking goofy as a mother when it's time to turn it up. See, they consider me a threat cause I don't say much, but it's a different set of rules when I was coming up. While everybody talking, I was taught to never say nothing. And the ones who talk the loudest ain't moving nothing. I keep it sexy as a mother would pursue or something. It's just the presence of the queen is causing interruptions. I'm in the back in all black, a real Don Diva. In a circle full of hitters like the Grim Reaper. Sitting pretty with my legs crossed, ready for the standoff. One wrong move and get your whole crew knocked off. I don't think you really fucking with me. Hurt you like a little smoke, but you don't want it with me. Not into bosses, so I'm only taking headshots. And if your nigga holler, I'ma make his bed rock. Can't stop, won't stop, call your girl a heartbreaker. Keep playing, fuck around and need a pacemaker. Hey, you shaking in your boots like a salt shaker. Hey, your mama falling out needing respirators. Look, I just wanna make this clear. The world is mine, it's my year. I'm solid as they come, and because of that, everybody eating round here. I just wanna make this clear. Get it, baby, this is my year. I'm solid as a rock and I don't quit. And y'all should be happy I'm here.
Thank y'all for tapping into True Talk with Queen. I appreciate y'all so much. Whether you're tuned in through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Accelerated Radio, however you chose to tune in tonight, I really, really appreciate you, okay? If you're tuned in through YouTube, can you please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and then hit that notification bell so that you're notified each and every time we go live or post new content, okay? We got Miss Delta in the building today. Hey, love.
Hey.
How are you?
Doing just fine.
Good. Hey, Tiny Loke, I see you. Thank you. And then we got Miss Asia in the building. How you doing, love?
Hi, sister. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
And then Bank is not here today, so y'all don't be coming on here.
You chickened out.
Y'all don't be coming on here talking mess and thinking he gonna have y'all back because he gone. All right, he ain't here today. He handling his Christmas business today. He doing his good deed for Christmas. So tonight, y'all, I wanted to be able to talk about this subject that I've seen that's low-key trending in a lot of discussion groups or whatever on social media, and I thought that I would bring it to True Talk because me being a parent myself, I found it real interesting to see all of the different
perspectives.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? And so the question is,
okay,
is a father or stepfather allowed to physically discipline your daughter? That's the question, right? And okay, so y'all, I'm a different kind of, I'm a whole different type of person, I guess, like, you know what I mean? But my answer, I'm gonna give the PG rated answer, okay? My answer is absolutely not. Okay. For multiple reasons. Number one, habits start at a very young age. You get what I'm saying? It starts early. So even though we don't process it at an extreme level, this little girl, in my opinion, is learning that it's okay for a man to hit a woman or a girl. You feel what I'm saying? She'll find that to be a norm for her. You know, that's number one. And then number two, men don't understand their own strength sometimes, and you really can hurt this baby. You feel me? And it ain't gonna be my baby. I'm sorry. I wouldn't care if you was the real daddy or the stepdaddy.
Right.
Don't hit my baby.
That's
You
right.
feel what I'm saying? Cause think about it. Even if you have a little boy, cause I got a son. You feel what I'm saying? When the daddy try to discipline the son, it's over the top. You get what I'm saying? And that's a boy. So I just don't feel like a man should be putting his hands on a little girl. That's just my opinion. So Sweet Candy 25 said no. And Delta, we gonna go to you next and see what your opinion is.
Well, I was raised on the old school, and my dad did chastise me because he said, when you don't pay attention to me and you don't listen, he didn't hit me hard. He might have swacked me with a belt maybe 1 or 2 times, but he didn't beat me with it to the point where I was bleeding or anything. So, but far as my kids, I never let their daddy chastise my kids, and my ex-husbands or whatever, I never let them touch my kids because you can talk to them.
Right.
But as far as putting your hands on them, no. Because you might have something else going on and you might want to take it out on my child, then I'm going to have to take it out on your ass.
Right.
So, no, I really don't think a man should be chastising kids.
Okay, I agree with you. Sweet Candy 25 says she agree. Asia, can we get your opinion?
My opinion is that they should.
Okay.
And this is the reason why. So just like a mother loves her kids, a father should love their kids, right? So if we think about it from that perspective, would they really hit their kid harder than they should?
Absolutely.
So but a mother would too. A pop on the butt. It should be appropriate. And that's a discussion that you should have. I do think that in a parenting relationship, there can be a time when a mother can be too angry to whoop the kid, or a dad can be too angry, and that's when you communicate and let them know, maybe you should do it later, I should take this one. But in the bigger scheme of things, yes, because I think that's what's wrong with a lot of kids, is that they don't fear their parents in the way that they should. Not the fear where you can't even breathe, but the fear in, if I do this, this will happen. They don't fear any type of consequences. So should they be able to? Yes. Should it be something that you talk about so that they don't bring the outside in while they're chastising? Yes. But I do think they should.
Okay. What do you think?
In my humble opinion, when it comes to disciplining children, I would have to agree that there has to be some sort of discipline involving children. Does it have to be physical discipline? No. Can it be mental discipline? Yes. Like you can start to actually take certain things away from them, just to say, there are some consequences for your actions, because if you do this one thing and it's a bad thing, I take this one thing away from you that you see as good. That's actually good. So I plant those seeds early to where it's like they get the concept of, if I keep doing this, more of my things that I enjoy
Are going to be taken away
from me. I don't have to get physical if I don't need to. And it's like, if I need to get physical, I'm not going to just go straight up, go all Hulk Hogan and just try to clothesline them, because that's unnecessary.
Right.
Have I been whooped before? Yes. I've been whooped before, but I was whooped by my mother because my father wasn't nowhere in the picture to begin with. So it just becomes down to how your child is disciplined and just how are they raised. Now, can we ask the question of how long the father was in the relationship to have developed that type of bond?
Right. Those in and out dads, it's a no.
No, I don't think a stepdad should touch your child anyway. I
don't think so either.
Because that's not his child. I'm not going with nobody. Stepdads, it's abusive, especially when they're mad at the mom. They take it out on the kids. Like a kid coming in and be messed up in school, and then they got into it with them arguing. Oh, I chastise them. Most of the time, them stepdads, I don't believe in stepdad chastising none of my kids. Now, that's his child. Then I don't have no problem with him chastising. But for my kids, I'm not letting no other man touch my kids.
I think that we need to make better choices in who we choose, though. Then.
No, but it don't matter.
Because
It don't matter.
I know men. My dad was a stepdad, and that was my dad since I was 9 months old. He treated me like I was his. So
But
that
he
is
been
different.
in your life a long time. But
Correct.
But if you, I'm
Correct.
just saying, you get with a
He's
man.
practically your father.
He
So
Right.
you
Your
saying,
father.
oh, if they
9
come
months
like later or
Yeah,
whatever.
like your child's 7 and 8, and then they talking about, no, it's not their job to chastise because they haven't been in their life that long to get that title to say, I'm going to chastise them. Now you can talk to my child, but for us putting your hands on them, I'm not going for that.
So they could chastise him, but don't put their hands on him.
Yeah, they can chastise them and say, okay, well, I'm
Because
gonna
there's
put
other methods you can use.
Yeah,
That's
like
really the
Yeah,
last
see,
resort
the
that you want to
question-
use, but that's not the
But see,
original
the
question.
only reason we're discussing this is because the
happened?
question was specific,
Right.
In asking
It was a
if they
man
can
and a girl.
physically,
No.
if they can physically discipline
A
your
girl,
daughter.
right.
That was a specific
Right.
question, and so I wanted to be able to discuss that because, like I said, I found it interesting.
What
That-
was people
that-
like saying?
So a lot of people, to my surprise, was like, yes, they feel like a stepdad should be able to, because if he my man, yada 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 yada. And I just found that very, me personally, with my upbringing and my kids, and
Right.
you know what I'm
Right.
saying, what I know to be real
Right.
in this motherfucking world,
Right.
like, I found it very interesting that such a large amount of women would say yes, a stepfather at that. Not even because the majority was addressing the stepfather issue,
Okay.
which should have been kind of like, a telltale situation, because a lot of fathers ain't around no more. Not in
Sad.
our culture, not
Right.
in our neighborhoods,
Sad.
in our community. Like, you know what I mean? So I just found it interesting. Like, how is this big percentage of women just like, yeah, like, to your, and then
It's very
like,
interesting.
it bothered me
They
when
see.
it was my
They see.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't even your
Boyfriend is a
husband.
no. Okay,
This
so
ain't even your
If that's your
husband.
husband, that's your husband. Your child, you and your child have a bond.
right.
And you let this man come and put his hands on your children, girl and boy, they're gonna start having mental problems. They're gonna be like, you're not protecting
But it's
me.
all based on experience. It is, and it's based on, to your point, what you have been through and what you know.
Well, I've been through it,
and
and
I
they kick your ass,
know,
and they kick-
and that's not okay. But literally, I have a cousin on right now who is a cousin through marriage, and that particular cousin, her father married my cousin who had a son. Very interesting. We have this topic, and she's on. At first, it took us all a while to adjust, and all he would do was verbally get on my cousin, but he should. He was the man in his life, right? But it took us a minute, and as time progressed, we saw the love that he had for him, and we heard the words and how he talked and when he said it and things like that. So to your point, across time you develop what you should do and what works, but that should be for your family.
I think verbal discipline is okay, whether it's a man or a woman.
But you could
or
mentally
whatever
abuse
the
somebody
case
too
may
if you
be.
don't say it right. That's why I said it was appropriate. You had to listen to, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
somebody, like if somebody call your child stupid, in my family we don't use that word. It's very demeaning. You don't demean a child. So in discipline, I think that it should be appropriate for a child, number one. And then again, you develop that sense of trust as time progresses.
Yeah, I think the main factor in all this is just how much do you trust this person
Right.
around your child? Because if you don't trust this person around your child to begin with, like the first thing that's in a relationship, especially when a child is involved, the child should come first before anything else. Like, well, how does a child feel around him? And it's like, how do you feel about this person being around your child, more specifically your daughter?
Yeah.
Because that's not his daughter, and he be thinking, oh, that looks nice
That
right there.
girl.
Because we've seen too many instances where a family relative have taken advantage
Right.
of the daughter and have done unspeakable things
Right.
that will honestly damn their souls to hell
That part.
Right.
for all intents purposes.
Yeah.
So it's like
Pay attention.
It's one of those things where it's like you have to pay attention to the men that are around your daughter.
And women.
Yeah, women too, because women's molest boys too.
Baby.
They got it going on
And little
too.
girls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's
so
sad.
Yeah.
So yeah, back when we so to be more inclusive, you have to be careful about the adults
that
you have around your children, because children can actually pick up on a lot of things. It's not just from you.
Yep.
It could be from social media. It could be from other adults that are in their lives, that are around them, and they can pick those things up and take them with them to school and say certain things where it's like, now you're getting a phone call
Right.
talking about, well, your child did something. Well, he doesn't normally do this back when at home. But it's like, but have you actually listened,
paid attention,
or have you just been working?
Right.
So it's like, it's just certain factors that just have to be taken into account.
But I'm with you, sister. The boyfriend thing, that's a no for me.
Yeah,
it's a no.
That's too fresh.
That's I don't care if you're my boyfriend for 10 years. If you didn't take that step to become a permanent part of our life, then you don't get to make things that include permanent decisions. But in the same respect, I'm not going to ask you to provide for them, watch them, nothing. It's going to be boundaries on both sides. And I think that's where a lot of the problem come in too. People want to, like when we see on social media, oh, and they good with my kids, he act like the dad, that means they buy stuff. But no, it's the whole package. Discipline comes from love. And if people realize that, they will realize that's why you're not trying to kill your kid and it hurts you more. You love them. You don't want them to do this, not anger. If that person got anger in their eyes, keep them away from your kid or teach them how to calm down before they deal.
And I think another problem that like people have is that people have this like wifey or like husband mentality when y'all not even at that point in the life yet. Back when like, you want to be wifey,
date two,
and boyfriend. I'm sorry, husband, but yeah, you boyfriend and girlfriend. You haven't gotten to that next step yet.
Y'all not even tight enough yet.
Right. So it's like,
I think they shouldn't be. To me, a woman in a relationship, she need to get to know this man before she even start bringing him around her kids.
Agreed.
Because if you don't know nothing about him, I say, when I used to date outside, when I wasn't married, I didn't bring men around my daughters. Good. Because I didn't know what your mentality is. Good. I know you got pretty girls, you got this. Men think all kind of things. You don't know if they on drugs, they got mental problems. You don't know what they got, so you have to pay attention to it. And when you pay attention, 9 out of 10, most of them fucked up anyway.
That's true.
Right. Just got to figure out.
You got to pay attention to them.
And not when you in the room. When you cooking, make sure your ear is paying attention to what's happening in the next room. Because something usually happens in the next room. Like, I've been around adults that did me wrong. And it would be like while my mom's back was turning, it's that look that they give you to let you know that they don't like you. Or that smart remark that they say. Just really pay attention to the people that are around your kids, period.
And if your kids start changing their attitudes, they start peeing in the bed, or they start biting on their fingers or something, or when they're around this person, then that's letting you know something going on. You have to pay attention.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I think that we need to be, as parents, I think that we need to be having discussions with our kids. I think that's what needs to happen first and foremost. Like, you know what I mean? Especially as they're getting older. I'm not saying that this is a one-time conversation. I'm not saying that. I'm saying over time, like, reintroduce this conversation because new topics are going to have to be added in to what y'all talking about. You feel what I'm saying? And that way they feel comfortable enough to talk to you about the things that
feel uncomfortable.
that might arise along the way. You know what I mean? Some things that you might not pay attention to. Like it could be something at the damn daycare, the after school program. It could be any of that.
Another kid.
And exactly. And then let's be honest. I'm gonna touch on that subject right now. It's so many kids because I don't consider these kids bad kids or like the kid is the problem. I feel like these kids are being exposed to so many things that they have no business being exposed to, that now it raises their curiosity and it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this because I hear mommy saying she love him all the time and this is what they be doing. So now because they love their friend, they feel like, oh, I'm gonna do this to my friend because I love my friend. They don't get it. You get what I'm saying?
Agreed.
It's just something that they picked up on because this is what they seeing and they seeing it repetitively. You feel what I'm saying? And so I think that again, like how you said, we got to be careful about what we're exposing our kids to and who we exposing them to. I don't feel bad. I say this over and over again, especially on True Talk. Stop letting other people's opinion of how you choose to parent cause you to switch your game up or make decisions that's not good for your kids. Okay, if that's how you feel, that's fine, and you do your thing over there at your house with your kids. But with my kids, this is how it's gonna go, and I'm not bending or breaking for nobody. Period. You gotta stand your grounds. You gotta be willing to go to war for yours, just like you willing to go to war for yourself. And for these niggas.
Well, let me say something to you ladies. I was married to my second husband 15 years, and he was around my kids after 10 years. But you still can't trust them.
You'll never lay down your trust.
You know why? Because when your kids, when he tried to touch my daughter, you could tell the look in your kid's eyes. You have to pay attention to your kid. But I bet you he never touched my daughter again.
Amen.
Okay.
But like I'm saying, even though you have to watch these men, because when your daughters start developing, that's not their daughter. So they're not going to look at them as their daughter. They're going to look at them as another woman.
It's possible.
And see, let me tell you something. I had a scary experience, right? And it could have been me overreacting, overthinking. It could have been. But I'm only speaking on this. I'm being transparent about this because there's probably somebody out there who had the same experience and scared to talk about it or feel the kind of way about themselves. And I want you to know, don't do that. Don't do that. You're perfectly fine. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Listen to me. I was dating somebody, and super cool, good dude, everything, right? And you know, dudes cheat, dudes do retarded shit, and it's normal. It's unfortunately it's a norm. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And one of the times that he cheated, the girl, I'm gonna call her a little girl because that's what she is to me. When he cheated with somebody the same age as his child. You feel what I'm saying? No. So now, while the outside world is like, Queen, you overreacting.
No, you wasn't.
No, I'm not, because if you would date somebody the same age of your child, how was you looking at my daughters?
That part.
I had questions that I never could get answered, of course, because now I'm hostile. And you don't want to come around me. I'm the problem now. You feel what I'm saying?
Why? Because I found you out.
But like, that was a huge concern for me. And when I tell y'all, everybody around, they like, Queen, you are tripping. I call it what you want to call it. I got daughters, and I'm going to forever, my antenna's going to go straight up.
Yep, as they should.
Straight up. And I'm going to go to war. I'm telling y'all.
People always call me
I'm not finna play about mine.
Over my nieces and nephews, because my mom, she was in early childhood education with special needs kids, which you have to pay even more attention to, by the way. But when we would pick them up, and I don't care if they picked them up from my house or I picked them up from their house, it was a habit to ask, are you okay? Did anything happen? Anybody touch you? The reason why is because we needed them to feel comfortable that if that happened, you would feel comfortable to tell me that it happened, and to know ain't nobody gonna kill me, ain't nobody gonna touch me. We had those conversations very regularly because we needed them to know that. But I was called way too overprotective.
Okay,
I don't care.
Let me tell you something about that though. While you remember we said different experiences and upbringings bring different reactions, right? So while you were able to do that, and you assume, or y'all family structure assume that this is how they translate it, like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to me, they got my back, whatever.
That's
a lot of kids would be scared to communicate it to you, because think about it. If my daughter know, because trust me, my kids know.
Oh, they
if
gonna tell me a
my
bunch of shit
daughter
they know
know
I'm go crazy.
that I'm fist to go
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the way retarded. They
Yeah.
like, please don't
Facts.
tell my mama.
Facts.
She finna, my mama
Facts.
gonna go to jail. They so worried about what's
Right.
gonna happen to
Right.
you from how you're gonna react that they don't want to talk to you.
That's why you have to calmly say it. Like I said, it was a normal part. It wasn't no, I'm gonna kill. I know what I was gonna do,
It don't
but it was
matter
just
if it's calm.
it matters. That's again, you don't get to tell me what was right for me.
No,
It's-
I'm
you got to
telling
talk to
you.
the kids the way that they need to be talked to.
No, I'm telling you it still matters how their upbringing was, because
Correct.
listen.
Correct.
Everybody around me,
Correct.
whenever I'm calm, what you think, sister?
That's
Tell
the
the
worst.
truth.
She gonna tell
That's
you
the
shit
worst.
up.
That part.
Everybody
That's
around
right.
me gets nervous if I'm calm.
Right.
And she
When
not
I'm
talking.
calm, people, I promise you to Jesus, when I'm calm, I have people that be like, Queen, please do
Please don't.
something.
Right.
Say something, because
Right.
I don't know, I can't
Right.
take this. Like,
Right.
you feel what
Yes.
I'm saying? So,
Yes.
even with a child, they can translate it that way, like, my
Right.
mama finna do some shit.
Right.
She calm as a y'all seen this? Don't go by my mama.
Right.
Don't say nothing to my
That's
mama.
why in
Or
anything
you
that
get
I
what I'm
do, I
saying?
make sure and say that was
But
right
I'ma
for
say
us,
something
and
to
say
you.
do what you need to do for your family.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Always.
I think that's everything
Always.
straight across the
Kids.
board.
Yeah, but pay
Kids,
attention.
You can tell them that, but they're not gonna feel comfortable talking to you. Cause I do psychology too. You tell them that, they're gonna still feel scared to tell you because they're gonna think what you gonna do. Kids today will go talk to somebody that they don't even know, cause they feel more
And we leave
comfortable
that
with-
door open too. So that's the other thing that we leave open. If they felt comfortable talking to me or their aunt or their teacher, we
we're
made
not gonna talk to none of that.
we made it clear that it doesn't matter who you go to somebody. We made that very clear. It don't have. I'm not gonna ever be mad. The point is to make sure you're okay.
Right.
So you talk to who you need to talk to, and your village is gonna make sure you okay. And that was another. That's another thing that, if you have a village, let them know who that village is, right? Because to your point, what if Beautiful's more comfortable reaching out to me? If your ultimate goal is to make sure Beautiful is okay, you know, you gotta do that too.
But
So
Leave those windows open
But I'm gonna tell you something.
with what you're comfortable with.
You're not gonna be comfortable with the family, because I'm gonna tell you why. If you've been in that situation, I went to a totally different stranger for my whole entire family. Because you know why? I didn't trust my family.
I'm sorry.
I didn't trust my mama. My daddy wasn't here, so you know what I did? I went outside the family,
Right.
and that helped me more than my
Than
own
the
family.
Whatever, and I'm glad you did, because the point is, and what I am saying, y'all not listening, whoever you need to go to, I don't care, go to somebody. So I'm glad. What the best part of that for me is, for you, I do have a lot of people around me that are impacted firsthand.
And
I have had people come to me firsthand. The point is, whoever you trust, go to somebody. You don't have to take care of it by yourself, especially as a child. That's what I want our kids to know, because that's really
Absolutely.
important.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the village, how you say you want to make sure we have that conversation with the kids so that they know who this village consists of. I feel strongly. I don't care how much love I got for Delta. I don't care how much love I got for you or anybody else that I consider my family, right? If I consider you my village, and I'm gonna trust my kids to be able to come to you when something
They ain't coming
is
to this
wrong
auntie. They ain't
or
gonna
whatever
come to
the
me.
case may be. More than anything, before even the conversation with my kids, I need to have a conversation with y'all.
Hello.
Because even though I
better
have
say
all
it.
of this love for y'all,
better say
and
it.
even though you say that you have my child's best interest at heart, some of the things that you may do in your life and see as
That
okay
part.
is not okay for
That
my
whole
child.
damn
So
part.
I need to make sure
That
that
whole
we
part.
have a whole full out understanding within this village.
Tell 'em.
So you know when to play your
Tell 'em.
position and when to fall back and, say holla at your mama.
Hello.
Do you feel what I'm saying? Because there's a
Wait, can you say that
huge-
part again? Because that's a part of love. When to fall back and when to do what?
And when to play your position and when to fall back and say holla at your
That whole
mama.
damn part, because that's a part of it.
Yeah.
You don't have
Hey,
no damn
baby,
cape
I
on.
see you. Thank
and that
you
happens
for
sometimes.
tapping in. I appreciate you. Low key crew, I see you. That nigga tripping, I see you. Ooh, you that name, baby. Shit, we talking about people tripping,
Okay.
and then here you come.
Yeah, he
What
got
the
it.
fuck you finna say on here? I feel like it was a sign or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really big
But-
part, sis.
Yeah,
it really,
and
really is.
and I don't think that people are doing that enough. I think that
People drop their kids off and just leave. They don't even come to the door and meet you no more.
That's true.
That is weird. A part of divine purpose, when I meet, the first meeting that I have is with the parents. The second meeting I have is with the parents and the kids. My top rule that I say before I say anything is you can absolutely come to me because your parents said you could. But if you come to me and it's something I determine, we need to go to them, even if I come with you. You know, if you feel comfortable with that and mom said yes, I'm going to still turn you back around to your parent because it's certain things y'all need to build a bond with because your parents got your back no matter what. But I get it. If you are afraid to get it out the first time, because, you know, sometimes it's just hard to get it out the first time, I got you.
Yes, for example, and I'm gonna show you an example of that. How you said it's hard for them sometimes, and they just need to. Okay, let me get it out. I know this is something I need to take care of with my mama, but I just needed to say it first, right? And so, a prime example of that. Hey, Hood Rays, I see you. Hey, G, I see you. Thank y'all so much. A prime example of that is, so my daughter found out she was pregnant.
Oh, Lord.
And she didn't come tell me she was
Of
pregnant.
course.
My baby called and was like, I need you to come over here right now because I gotta tell my mama something and she gonna kill me, and then I just need some support and this and that and this and that. So they had cooked up a whole little
Plan.
situation on how this gonna happen, right? And so when they called me outside, I'm wondering like, why the fuck are they in the car together? And she crying and he's sitting there talking about, so how you doing today? What? The hell? What you mean how I'm doing today? What the hell wrong
This is
with
weird,
her?
right?
You know what
You
I
just
mean?
sitting here like this normal?
And he like, she want to tell you something and I need you to just listen. I said, y'all play, I don't have time for this. I'm fixed to go back in my house. Whatever y'all got going on, I don't even want to know. That's what I said, right? And he like, no, this is serious. And when I seen that it was serious, because tears really started coming out her eyes, and he ain't laughing or nothing. He like, no, like, this is it. He nervous too. He don't know what the fuck to do, right? He like, no, this is serious. So I'm like, what? When they said, shit, I'm pregnant. I said, you what? I said, girl, stop playing
That
me. I don't got time for this. He was like, hear her out. And I said, wait a minute, y'all serious? This is real right now, huh? And I just could not believe it. And even though it shocked me the way that it did or whatever, like, after it was all said and done, because you got all of these different emotions going on. You angry, you disappointed, but you got to be supportive, and all of these different things, right? I was so, after it was all said and done, I was so happy that she knew that there's people around her that she could go to.
I love
that she didn't have to run from this
Yes.
or do this by herself.
Yes.
And I was also happy that he had enough damn sense
Yes.
to handle the situation, right? He nervous as a motherfucker. He felt like he was
They
having
probably
a baby.
had the crack in the window like
You
this,
feel
talking
me?
through it like, I just
I'm
got
like,
to
because I'm like, what the hell? But again,
Right.
it's
That's a
it
perfect
comes
example.
from talking to your village.
Yes.
Because he knew that, okay, play my position,
Right.
because she's scared right now. She don't know what to do. She need me, right? But we hollering at your mama.
Period.
That's right.
We on our way right now.
Period.
I don't know how the hell this gonna happen. I got your
We
back.
got
I'm
this,
right
though.
there.
We
We gonna
got-
get fucked up together,
Right,
or we
that's
gonna
what-
hug it
I
out
love
together.
it.
But we right here together. You feel
Yes.
me? And so I just appreciated that, and I feel like everybody could take that as an example,
Perfect
of
example.
how to handle your village. You feel what I'm saying? And if you can't trust your village to be that or do that, shake them.
Period.
shake them.
Period.
And you ain't gotta. That don't mean I'm beefing with you.
That's not a part of your inner circle.
That just mean the way you move and how I move. It can't collide because it's gonna go all bad. Hey Meek, I see you. Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you.
That's
but
a good
you get
example.
what I'm saying? So
Yep.
boom.
And that's
me-
exactly what I mean.
When my kids was coming up, they didn't spend the night in nobody's house.
No, ma'am. No, see,
I
that's
didn't play
out.
that. I
No,
didn't play
ma'am.
I tell them your kids
No.
is welcome to come to my house.
Yep.
I said, because I don't know what's going on at your house. And I said, I do not want to come and tear your door down and tear up everybody in
Or
the house.
bust through the window.
So
whatever.
I said, so my kids stay at home. I did not do that.
My niece and nephew who I raised have literally spent the night at one uncle's house. He has kids the same age, and 2 sisters.
So listen, Beautiful was invited to a sleepover.
I can't do it.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful was invited to a sleepover, y'all, right? And y'all know sleepovers is all girls. Everybody knows this, right?
Right.
And so I'm listening to the whole little spiel. You know they give you the whole spiel, right? And this is the parent talking to me, right? And so I'm listening to the whole spiel. And then I was like, okay, I'm fine with the fact that it's a sleepover, but who's gonna be there? And so now she naming me all these kids, right? I said, hold on. I don't give a damn about these kids. I don't care about
I'm
these
asking
kids.
about the adults.
What adults is
Hello.
gonna be there? Because
People forget that question.
because I don't give a shit what's going on. You could be married. If your husband is a part of this slumber party, my baby won't
Ain't
be
going.
there.
Hello.
My baby not
Yep.
going where the niggas at. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Yep.
Right.
She
Watch
gotta
you
put
coming
pajamas
in and out your
on.
house.
She got to be,
Yes,
No,
I
no,
agree.
no. And just because you love this nigga don't mean I like this nigga or trust this nigga.
That's
You
right.
feel me? So she was like, no, it's just only gonna be me. And she's the type of mother that I am, right? And
That's
so
even
she was
better.
like, no, it's only gonna be me. I said, oh, she there.
That's
Don't
what's
worry
up.
about nothing.
I love it. I love it. And I think that
Hey,
that's
King Yogi.
appropriate, right? So
Yeah.
my husband has boys. So if they was doing something, I would exit. I would go stay at a hotel or with a friend so that they could do their thing, because I understand, as I feel like I birthed my niece and nephew, but I feel what that feels like. And to have that fear, I want my kids to be able to enjoy life, but I also understand there are going to be things that are just not comfortable for people. So to alleviate all of that, let me set this up the exact same way that I would want it set up if it was me, right? And I think that that's really important. We just got to live in reality. Things happen. Would I do anything? Never on my life. But am I comfortable because I wouldn't, moving like I would? Completely comfortable.
Right.
I'm completely comfortable with questions. Ask me, if the more questions you ask, actually the better I feel. It's the parents that drop their kids off and leave, and I'm like, I literally
I
didn't
have
even
a
come out the
problem.
house. You didn't call me. You don't have my number.
Listen,
I don't
have
get
a
it.
problem with the parents. My kids and your kids been friends all through elementary,
And I ain't never seen you.
all through junior high school. And your kids come to my house. Your kids come to the birthday party.
Calling me mama, TT.
Yeah, you feel me? Your kids do all of this stuff. You don't know shit about me.
And she don't want to. You just keep
You
it
think
in
You
this is
don't
my
know
house?
a damn
They ain't never seen me
thing
come out of it.
about me. Lady, do you know? What if I wasn't strong as I am, right? You know how retarded I'll be? I go through some things. Do you hear me? Now, what if I didn't know how to handle that and I'm just
Cuckoo
popping
for Cocoa
off?
Puffs.
You don't know. I could be in this motherfucker punching holes.
That
in the
whole
wall,
part. And your
all
kid just
kind
want to
of
come.
shit.
This the fun house.
Playing, yeah, you feel me? It's interesting to them. They like, this much.
Yeah.
We going over here because they
Pure
mama is
entertainment.
doing this,
Right.
and
We
that.
can do whatever we want.
You
She's not
feel
even
me?
really there. I mean, she there, but she not.
Come on, I think you finna say something.
I mean, at that point, that just comes down to parents not really wanting to be parents because they see you as just
a babysitter.
a babysitter, just to get the kids off their hands. That's what a lot of these parents do to these teachers. That's why a lot of these teachers.
You right.
Like,
Because I done been to the schools.
be stressed out, low paid, and just be wanting to quit because
But I think the problem is
What?
Well, I don't think.
What's the
I know
problem?
the problem. The problem is these mamas, the mamas that's like that. Big mama had them damn kids all the time. But Big Mama ain't existing no more. You feel what I'm saying? So now you don't know what to do.
You don't even know how to be
You
with
feel
your
what
kids.
I'm saying? You don't even up until COVID, you didn't even fucking know what kind of cereal your daughter liked.
People lost
You
their
feel
mind
what
during
I'm
COVID.
saying?
I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, that
Like they stayed at
full
home, okay.
year, that full year of the kids staying home,
People was going bananas.
parents lost their mind.
They didn't even know how much
and
food their
jumped
kids ate. They didn't even know how much
jumped,
food their kids ate.
and they jumped at the opportunity to send
Send
the
them
kids
back. Yep.
to school.
Let me tell
Yep.
y'all something though, cause
My
I
baby
can't,
is not back at
I
school.
can't say I don't understand that they was freaking out, right?
I get
Cause
it.
let me tell you, I'm a
It's
full time mama, around the clock,
Literally.
real mama, right? And I promise y'all, I told my own landlord, I was like, he said, Queen, how you been doing? I said, I've been ready to jump out this second story window.
That's how you know you're a real parent.
I know I ain't gonna do nothing but twist my ankle.
Right.
And that's it. I ain't gonna die, goddammit.
Right.
But I still be ready to jump.
Right.
Shit.
That's hard work. That's a whole nother human. Jeez, and they crazy. They do the craziest things.
Man, and it's like
Why
you
did
don't
you
even.
do that?
It's like where did you?
Why did you do
how
that?
did this even enter your
That
thought
must come from your
process?
daddy's side.
Right.
Nah, in fact, a lot
Every
of times,
time.
it'll just be because nowadays kids they know how to operate an iPhone better than
Correct.
You ain't lying.
You ain't lying.
You ain't lying.
Than you would know.
Better
They-
than a vacuum cleaner.
A
They
2-year-old,
know-
she know how to.
They know
Oh, my
how to
goddaughter
straight
is
up
stuck
go
on him.
from point A to point B on this iPad, on this laptop. They could semi-do tech support better than like you can even think about.
That part.
Yeah, my grandbaby, he just turned 3, and he know how to download
Yep.
shit and find shit. He be like, "Look,
That's
Nana,
Harley.
look."
Right.
I be like, "How the hell do you
She'll
know
just
how
turn
to do
around and be
that? I
like,
didn't even
this
know how
okay?
to
And
do
I'm
it."
like, I don't even know how to work that remote, ma'am.
I'm like, I
got
don't
it.
even know how to do that, and
Yeah.
he finds everything.
They're smart.
Yeah. So
They're very smart. Gotta watch what they watching.
So it's
You
like,
got to.
unless you're one of those parents that like to put parental controls, and actually know how to do parental controls as far as internet, TV, and like all that, you'll never know
The internet's raising your child.
what your child is watching or doing when it comes to social media.
Hey, let's go back to let's touch on that a little bit. We're gonna go back to discipline, okay?
Okay, sister.
So y'all listen. Y'all know I'm transparent, right? Y'all know I told y'all a long time ago, Beautiful lost her motherfucking mind was trying to send me to the county jail for the rest of my life, right? Y'all remember I
Yes.
said that, right?
Yes.
I promise y'all.
My poor
I
baby.
promise y'all.
Please don't kill us, sister.
When you sit there, cause you gotta evaluate the whole situation.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So now you sitting there wondering, where the fuck did I go wrong as a parent?
That's the first question.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you. And so many people is not willing to admit that, but your mind better go there. That's where it better go, because you got to look at you before you can look at anybody else.
'Cause
Okay.
where did they get it?
So I'm thinking like, where the hell did I go wrong? Like, you feel me? I done fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? And then after I do my little research and shit, and I discovered this ain't you. This outside influence. You feel what I'm saying? So now as a mom,
I got 'em around.
you gotta make sure that you eliminate the cancer.
Hello.
You feel what I'm saying? And that came with parental motherfucking control
Hello.
of this shit, right? Girl, listen to me. Beautiful thought her life was over when all she could see was Disney and shit, right? She like, I can't do nothing. I can't even watch Funny Mike or nothing, right? She is going crazy. I said, see, you didn't care about how much freedom you had and how much
Until
of
I
a
took
cool mom I was, because everybody else told you that I wasn't. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else gave you this impression of your mama that didn't exist, but because it was more fun and cute to you, you ran with that, right? And so now let me be who they told you I am, right? And so now everything is blocked and limited and all the different. Listen, Beautiful didn't want a TV. She didn't want the
Straight A
tablet,
student.
and she didn't want the phone no more. She like, I can't do nothing on it anyway. You could just have it. Like, you know what I mean?
And then look, as a parent, okay,
But now you realize the life
much?
of a real 13-year-old,
Yes.
12-year-old.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now you
They got
realize what this really look like. You better appreciate what you got.
Yes.
You feel what I'm
Yes.
saying? You better appreciate what your mama doing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And understand that I'm doing it for a reason.
Please.
You better, you hear me?
Yes.
And guess what? Since all of those outside influences was gone consistently, because you got to make it a habit, y'all.
Yeah, now you got to check up on it.
Yeah, you feel me? You got to make it a habit. It can't be you just did it today and
That
tomorrow
part.
and then you just give it. It ain't going to change nothing,
That
right?
part.
So now that I've stayed consistent in that, guess what?
What?
She better than she ever been.
Yeah, straight
And
A
you know
still.
what she told? Yes. And you know what she told me?
Mom, don't even say it.
Shut up, little girl.
Don't
You know what she told me?
TV. Don't do
She gonna
You
say,
a good example.
She gonna
You
come
be
in
proud
my
of
room.
yourself.
She said, "Mama, can I talk to you for a minute?"
This is
I
embarrassing.
said, "Yeah."
No, it's not. Be proud of my
Look,
niece. No.
She said, "Mama, can I talk to you for a minute?" I said, "Yeah."
I didn't say
What's
that.
going on? She was like, "Mama, I'm so proud." She said, "I'm so glad I changed my life."
Good girl, baby.
She said, "I don't want to." She said, "Mama, I don't want to do nothing but stay in a child's place because my life was
look
so
at my
messed up."
baby. I'm so proud of her.
G
I really am.
G talking about leave her alone.
But that's a good thing. First of all, I was around to witness
proud.
it.
Do you hear
I
me?
watched my sister going through it, and she cared. She not one of them parents that just sit there and care and call her friends and gossiping. She was really trying to figure something out, right? Then when she actually did it, to her point, she stayed on it. Our parents didn't come to the school one time. We didn't know when they was going to come, so we always acted right. Once that manifested with her daughter and it became a routine and she knew it was true, she behaved accordingly. Now she knows and sees the value in that. I'm doing this because I love you, because this is taking time away from, if I just wanted to do what I want to do, I could easily do that.
Exactly.
But I'm not doing that. I'm not sending my child back to school right now because of what's going on. That is where love comes from. You got discipline comes from love. Right? Didn't I say that? Now she is seeing it already. She's still under 16. That the whole rest of her life is going to be so much better. How she was talking at the shop. She sees things differently. You want your kids to see the right things that you're doing. You can still be
Exactly.
grown, but we knew what they did we couldn't do. And we picked up
Exactly.
on the right stuff. That's what you're supposed to do. Listen to her.
Yes.
You just said that stuff on national.
Because they need to know.
No, they do not.
We knew when you was cutting up. Why you don't want us to know
Yeah,
that?
you wasn't embarrassed while you was
Yeah.
fucking up, so why you
Now that you
embarrassed
doing
'cause we
good.
got it together.
Be proud of yourself.
I wasn't talking to you.
Be proud of. Ooh, she gonna get you.
I think she lost
She
it again,
lost it.
y'all.
Oh,
I done gave her
Lord.
credit for getting her mind right, and she done lost
She
her
didn't
fucking
mean it.
mind
She
again.
didn't mean it like that.
Who you talking to?
She didn't mean it like that. She can't. She sleep. She
I
taking a
think- I
nap.
think
Take a
she
nap,
better
baby. Take a
stop
nap.
while she
Jesus,
She's
ahead.
taking a
come in
nap.
the building.
She's taking a
You
nap.
better hit the bell.
Jesus, come in the building. Do you hear me?
She's not even awake. I don't know. Nothing happened. Keep going.
I'm just saying.
Keep going.
I'm just saying.
You frozen in prayer. I feel it.
You, listen.
Yeah, because she calling on
Cause she shook.
Because she
Hey,
really
Keith, I
want to.
see you. Thank you so much. But again, though, on a real
But yes, that's a
serious
great
note,
example.
I feel like, hey, Rich, where no way, thank you for tapping in. I really feel like us being transparent as mothers, as women, as fathers, you know what I mean, as the village.
Amen.
The ones that know you. Now, I ain't talking about you hang around them and y'all cool, so I ain't talking to you. I'm talking about the ones that really is playing a real important part in these kids' lives, whether it's your friend, your neighbor, your cousin, or whoever it is. You feel what I'm saying? It is very, very, very important that we continue to have open communication with each other, y'all, so that we can move forward and teach these kids, love on these kids, and protect these kids
Amen.
the way they need to be protected, okay?
Yeah.
I feel like it's so important, and I also feel like it's part of the problem, is that people don't fucking talk. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
Right.
If more people was talking right now, it wouldn't be all of these unnecessary ass animosities and beefs and fake ass fallouts and all that different shit, right? But it's because you running from, you do so much fucked up shit behind the scenes that you scared to have the face-to-face conversation, because
Hello.
you're not really sure what they know and don't know
Hello.
at this point. All you know is they mad. So what did she figure out?
That part.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That part.
And so if we continuously have open communication with each other, and in that sense, you can tell me, like the same way I'm telling you what's going on with me and how I appreciate the role you play in my kid's life, you can inform me of what's going on with your child.
Hello.
That maybe, I don't know, I'm gonna use you as the example, sister. I don't know, Roro tripping. I know she ain't gonna talk to me about it, but I can tell something wrong, right? Because she been doing this and she been doing that. Her attitude been like this, or whatever the case may be, right? Now I don't have to go question nobody. I don't gotta go do none of that. But I know to have my antennas up when she's around, so that I can see who's causing these types of reactions with her when you not around. Because I'm here now, but you ain't.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And maybe the person who's causing this in her life is here right now, in my presence. You feel me? Now I can kind of intervene a little bit to diffuse the situation, number one, and help you understand what's going on with your child, number two.
I agree.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna take. And the problem again,
People are defensive.
is people
Don't tell me
wanna-
about my child. Don't tell me about my child. So if I love them, I'm not supposed to tell you I see them about to stick their finger in that socket. Okay.
Again, and then
That's crazy.
that right there, that people don't want you to tell them nothing about their kid. I really feel like, I don't think it's coming from a bad place. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think it's coming from a negative place. And this is just me, because after you've been through all of the chaos and dysfunction I've been through, you get to a point in your life where you just want to understand people's thought process and shit like that, right?
Agreed.
And so a lot of times, I don't even think that it's damn, I just lost
I think
my
it's
train of thought.
embarrassment sometimes.
No, I don't think it's embarrassment.
Defensive.
No, what you just said. Tell me what you said again.
I said they're so defensive.
No.
Talking about embarrassed.
I said defensive first, though. I said people don't want you to tell them nothing about their kids.
Oh, no, they don't want you to tell them nothing about their kids because they really don't approve of how you are in your own life, you as a person. You feel what I'm saying? They're your friends, but they don't approve of the shit you're doing.
I know people that do it to their own parents, and
No,
I'm like,
but listen
dang.
to me. They again, you don't approve of everything your fucking parents do either. You feel me? So if you don't approve of the type of person this person is, and y'all have never had that conversation, you just been her yes man all this motherfucking time, that's why it seems to be a misunderstanding and a blow
A
up
huge jump.
when you step in, because you're thinking this my sister or this my homegirl and she know I got her back, but in her mind, I don't trust this bitch like that. This bitch a snake. This bitch is this and this and that, and you probably ain't even did nothing, but this is what she thinking based off of something she seen or heard about you. You feel what I'm saying? No communication, no conversation whatsoever. Now here go this big gap in between what could happen and what should happen. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. More people, I just feel like for the sake of these kids, motherfuckers need to put their big girl panties on.
I agree.
And have a motherfucking conversation.
I agree. Stop having people. If you have to feel like that, the bottom line is what you said. If you have to feel like that about anybody in your village or in your circle, then give them a different role. They don't belong that close to your circle. That is just how I feel. They shouldn't be a part of your everyday life. And here's the thing too, if that's really how you feel and you love that person today, or they think you sisters or brothers, why haven't you communicated that to them? Because then you're in the wrong too, because if you feel something based on something, you're supposed to tell each other. And that's the only way you're gonna know. Everybody expects somebody to know how they feel or their triggers and all these different
You're
quirks.
supposed to be Cleo.
Yeah, that's not cool, because I could know you for 20 years and I just learned 5 new of mine, but I didn't tell you. But you still acting the same way, but now I've identified it, so I'm mad at you. But did I even tell you? Like,
Right.
we put all of this on each other when we find out more about ourselves every day, and I don't think that's fair. I just don't.
I agree with that. I agree with that. What about you, sister?
I agree with it too. We just need to start communicating more. Cause you can't, like she said, you can't be her friend and you really haven't been talking about her kids, and then all of a sudden her kids do something, you have something to say. I'm not gonna listen to you either.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna be like, where you been at all this other times that I've been going through this with my child? So I
Oh,
feel
because some people only want to say stuff when it's bad. You sure are right.
you should be saying
You
something
sure
all
are
the time.
right. They don't congratulate nothing, don't do nothing but show up when it's something bad to say.
And
So
I
it
tell-
do look like, well, because they are. They waited for you, like they lurking in the grass, waiting for something to go wrong, or they only pop up when things are wrong.
That's why I open the door and say, see you
You
later,
sure are
don't
right.
want to be you.
You sure are right.
And that's why
I have X'd those people out.
and that's why I don't allow people in my space.
Hello.
I could be cool as hell with you, I could love you to death, but you won't never come in my space, because should your feelings ever change, or should you decide you're gonna start moving different, or whatever the case may be, it won't fuck with my foundation up over here. This foundation gonna stay solid. You feel me? You ain't coming to shake no grounds over here.
Hello. You ever wonder why the aura around you changes when certain things happen? Like, an example, I can call her and tell her anything. By the time the conversation ends, we're going to be laughing. We done made a joke, but I still got to say what I needed to say, so she heard me. She addressed it, but the end goal for her is to bring me out of it.
Exactly.
Some people, we ain't staying in it. And she going to let me know real quick. We not going to stay here. But she don't say it like that. You feel me? We just know. Some people, they only pop up, oh, well, I heard you going, well, let me know if you need me. Well, let me know if you want to go to lunch. But you ain't offered me lunch for my whole birthday. Like, you didn't care about nothing else. I opened a business, I did all of this, and you wasn't there. Now I'm having this problem. You offering me lunch to come over, to do this and that. And it's like,
because I need details
clearly
into your collapse.
Clearly.
I've been waiting on this bitch
Right.
to fall.
Right.
Let me see.
Yeah. And
what
you're like, why this
happened.
cloud won't leave? Because they negative energy then penetrated your peace. Because you can have a problem and still be peaceful. Let's make that
You
real
better
clear.
know that. Say that.
Real
again.
clear. Because me and her, I could be on the phone crying, can't breathe, and then be like, so this happened and now I'm happy about this, because that's a situation. But my life is peaceful. And peace belongs around us.
Absolutely.
Pay attention.
I agree
with you.
So
sister.
listen, I think this was a good discussion, and I'm
Much
glad
needed.
we had it. Yes. So before I go, what I want to say, what I want to encourage y'all to do is find your village.
Yes.
Find them, communicate with them, and build that motherfucker up to be strongest you possibly can. Cause we living in some fucked up times, y'all. Okay? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Listen, the Candy Line is having a sale all the way until Christmas. If whatever you purchase, if you DM me a screenshot of your purchase, you'll be entered to win cash on Christmas. We gonna go live at 12 o'clock on Christmas Day, giving out money to 5 people. Okay, so make sure y'all, that's Candy Line with a K.
How much we gotta get on the?
It don't matter, as long as you buy something, then you entered into the raffle. Okay. So tell your friends, tell your family.
Share the post.
Yeah, share the post. All the different stuff. The rules are on my page, the Candy Line. Okay, and make sure you following Melanin Madam Inc. and make sure you following Delta's Mojo Cleaning Services. And we will see y'all again Sunday. I love y'all.
Peasant out, Pluto. Peasant out.
I'm so tired of these weak ass hoes walking around talking that tough shit. Bitch, better clear the way when I come through. You ain't fucking with a regular chick. Hey, bitch, better clear the way when I come through. Quick to catch a fucking fade or a 1-2. You know a bitch's Texas made hot and what it do. Bitch, better clear the way when I come through.